What's up, guys? Multi-tool man back at it again. I am headed back out to the woods. Yesterday was my birthday. It was also my daughter's first birthday, so I did not go out. I decided to stay home and celebrate that day with her. Anyways, it's been super hot here the last few days since archery season started. I live in Michigan, and there's been zero wind. The mosquitoes have been absolutely horrible. I'm headed back out to the woods right now, except for this time I did a little bit of research and I found something called permethrin. I think that's what it's called. You treat your clothes with it and it's supposed to prevent ticks, mosquitoes, all that good stuff, you know. So I definitely needed a remedy for that because I was up there hanging in the tree, dying, getting eaten alive. I'd make one slight move and like 100 mosquitoes would fly off of me, and I didn't even know were on me. So I'm sure I was on the brink of being very low on blood, like that movie Land of the Lost when Will's playing the guitar and that thing's just sucking on his blood and he's turning white and shit, you know, remember that? Yeah, good times. Anyways, couldn't do that. Treated my clothes. Today it's still hot, but it's a little bit cooler than it's been these last few days. And there's some wind today, so I get to play on some wind. I'm excited to head back out, you know, and give it my best try. The last couple of times I came out, I wasn't that successful. Like I said, the mosquitoes were bad. It was super hot. There was no wind at all. Plenty of other hunters in the area, and there's gonna be, it's state land. I'm gonna run into a few people, but I'm gonna do my best with it. You know, I'm gonna put myself in hopefully a smart spot, and we'll see what we can't come up with, you know. So all right, I'll see you guys here in a minute after I get my butt up the tree. So see you in a minute. All right, guys, we're here. Just arrived to the hunting spot. Nobody else is here. I thought I was coming in a little bit late myself. By the time I get up the tree, it's gonna be 5:15, and I believe legal hunt and shooting hour today is, it's October 4th. 7:39. So couple few hours out here and nobody's out here yet, just me. So I'm gonna probably head right into the honey hole. If nobody's here by now, I could always be wrong, but I don't think anybody's gonna be coming. So I'm going right into where I think that there's gonna be some action. So I'll see you guys when I'm up that tree. Alright guys, we're up in the tree right now. I finally made my butt up here. I spent probably a good 40 minutes looking for a tree in a brand new area because no one else is here. I walked real deep back and I found a ton of good deer sign, fresh deer sign. So I'm about 20-25 feet up right now. There's like a pinch point right in front of me. To the right, there's a lake. And to the left, there's a farmer's field. And across the street, a bunch of private woods. And supposedly they cross onto this side using this kind of pinch point right here to get water and acorns and whatnot. It's been really hot these last few days, so it's already starting to cool down right now, which is awesome. I'm gonna put my back band on. I got a pretty far walk back to the truck. That's gonna suck. This will be my first time climbing down from a tree in the dark. I've climbed up one in the morning in the dark, but by the time I climbed down, obviously it was light again. all through here with acorns and prints. I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I'm excited that there's nobody else out here. So yeah, I'm back out here to the woods. It took me a minute to get up here, but I'm up here and I'm proud that I'm up here. I'm gonna hit the doe call a couple of times. The extinguisher. I don't normally hunt for bucks, but I bought a buck tag this year. So I'm trying to fill that bad boy. I think I have a really good chance today. I got a pretty good spot. I'm pretty well hid. It's starting to cool down. I can see the sun starting to make its way down. So I'm gonna hop off the camera for a little while and really focus on being quiet and still. Get my relaxation on. I'll be back in a little bit. What's up, guys? It's been about 45 minutes. I've seen about 3 squirrels. I thought I'd take a second to explain why I enjoy hunting so much. The reason I come out here year after year after year, even when I'm not successful, is because just for a short little while out in these woods, you can absolutely forget about everything. Only thing I'm thinking is there goddamn deer in this woods? That's it. Is there a deer gonna come out? That's all I'm thinking about. And there's times I come out here to think about other things as well, but for the most part, it's a pretty good escape. You have to practice a discipline, being still, being quiet, being observant. Because this is not easy. State land hunting is not easy. There's a blind behind me about 40 yards that way. I've been praying they're not going to come up and get in. There's only like an hour of shooting light left, so that would be pretty shitty. But all in all, I enjoy the challenge. Even when 9 times out of 10, I don't come out of the woods with a deer. But I do come out with pretty awesome experiences. Alright, it's time to lock back in. I'll see you guys right before dark. I gotta All right, guys, so I didn't end up getting anything tonight, but I ventured out farther than I ever have. I explored more than I ever have out here. I read more sign than I ever care to read. Followed the wind, put myself in a tree. About 6:30, I see a doe come in. And mind you, I don't see deer. I don't get deer all the time, you know? And I'm on state land. And I'm in a spot that's supposedly the honey hole, right? So that doe keeps coming and she keeps stopping behind trees and branches, you know how they do. And I'm being super quiet, just watching it. You know, I got an arrow knocked, I got my release on the string. I'm ready. I'm ready for her to give me a shot. She was at 23 yards. And I hear something behind me, and I slowly turn around, and there's like a 4-point buck standing 20 yards behind me, right? Quartered right to me. But it's that tough shot on the saddle, that shot to your right. I'm a right-handed shooter, so shooting my left is the best. So it's on my right side. I'd have to take my hand and go under the rope and put my back to the tree and then turn and then get that shot. Well, it was nose up right at me, like not looking at me, but it was smelling, right? I'm assuming it winded me. And due to inexperience, I stopped catering my body language for the doe that I had seen that was standing on my left side that had winded me and was kind of looking in my direction, and my mind was on that little buck. And so I must have made a movement, a careless movement that was meant for the 4-point that totally ignored the doe behind me. And then I hear running, and I turn my head, and there's that whitetail of that doe running off, which made that button buck turn around and run right to the edge of the woods and then go down about 20 yards, and then I lost sight of him. And then I see him starting to walk back about 5 minutes later, and then I see that doe. I see that doe all the way over in the left-hand corner, and he's looking at the doe. So what does he do? He starts chasing that doe, and boom. So that 4-point gave me a few different shots if I was turned around back against the tree on that weak side shot for saddle hunters. And you know, of course that's how it's gonna turn out tonight. But so I'm letting 20 minutes go by. It's about 7:30 legal shooting. No, it's about 7:20 legal shooting hours, like 7:34 today, right? It's getting dark enough in the woods to where I comfortably cannot see more than maybe 30 yards. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call it. So I take my release off. I start packing my bag that's strapped to the tree. And what happens? Another little 4 or 5-point runs up right on my weak side, the right side, almost right below me, 5-10 yards away, quartered to me, perfect, just standing there. And I got maybe 5-10 minutes left of legal shooting light, and I'm trying to slowly dig my way through my bag as quiet as I can to find my release, because I still had an arrow knocked, my bow was still hanging. I actually was I had my bow rope. I was just tying it around the top of my bow so I could lower it to the ground, and then I look over and there's that little buck standing right there, quartered to me. And so I'm slowly undoing the clasp or whatever on my bow rope, and I took it off my bow real slowly, hung up my bow rope, and I'm slowly trying to reach in my bag to get my release, dude, and I could not find it. And this deer's like standing right there for me, and I had to literally take everything out of that one pocket, and my release was at the bottom. So I slowly get my release on, and boom, it takes off. So huge letdown. I don't know if I needed to be more prepared or wait till I couldn't see. I'm not expecting a deer to come out 5-10 yards right in front of me, and my mind's like, okay, I can't see too far, I should probably call it. So big mistake. Lesson learned. I know where the deer are here now. I know what I gotta do. I'm super excited, even though everything happened like that. That's the most action I've ever seen on state land out saddle hunting. So I like to call this a successful unsuccessful hunt, and I'm happy to come out again tomorrow night and try it again, and maybe, you know, I'll be set up a little bit better for success. But it is what it is, you know. Another day hunting in Michigan. Catch you guys later.